and it's a moment for a deliberate step forward for the Construction Users Roundtable. It marks really a meaningful day in the history of CURT as we begin in this conference the next 25 years, having completed the first 25 years. And for that season, for the last 25 years, CURT has been built by owners and by contractors, for owners and for contractors, leaders who believe that by sharing hard-earned experiences, real data, candid lessons learned, and developing policies that identify trends and address those, that together we just believe that we could elevate our entire industry. And we have. We've heard it from senior labor leaders, now retired, about improvements on the field when it comes to labor relations because of CURT's leadership in CTI. Things like consensus docs were born at CURT. Things like the absenteeism policy were born at CURT. We've had owners who will remain unnamed, I can tell you who they are in private, who said your blueprints have saved us dozens of millions of dollars. We've had contractors who've also said we've made some millions of dollars on our connections with CURT. So we did elevate the industry. But over the last quarter century, this organization has produced a body of extraordinary work. White papers, presentations, conference sessions, panel discussions, Voice magazine articles, implementation blueprints, committee report outs, and countless conversations and webinars that have truly shaped how major industrial and commercial projects are planned, how they're governed, and how they're delivered across America. But there is an honest truth that we should acknowledge. Much of that knowledge has lived in moments, at a conference, in a committee meeting, in a sprint team meeting, in an article in a magazine, in a white paper, hard copy or digital that's stored away, in a webinar. Powerful? Absolutely powerful and resourceful, but episodic, time-bound, often difficult to access when decisions are being made on the job site or in a planning meeting. It's not a shortcoming of CURT. It's simply the reality of the traditional association model: meetings, presentations, articles, research projects, shared in time and in place. It's a conventional model that has served us well for decades. But the pace, scale, and complexity of projects today demand more, as you've just heard, as you've heard all afternoon. In the last 18 months, the availability of emerging technology has presented all of us a new, faster, and reliable way to access and synthesize critical information. And CURT has risen to the challenge. In a conversation that began well over a year ago, we began to ask what-if questions. And we ask ourselves, how can CURT serve the industry not only as a trusted association, but also as a mission-critical business partner for our owner and contractor members? And today, we're answering that question. This is the CURT Solutions portal powered by Commodore. It began in earnest about 6 months ago, ramped up after the September meeting, and now I want to share with you a little bit of what we've done here. You've heard just in the last hour the terms data dump. I jotted them down. Augmented by augmentation or automation and augmentation, empowering access to information to make decisions well, and so much more. So why now and why this? Owners' risk and responsibility is rising. Lessons learned are trapped in what? PDFs, PowerPoints, research reports, and in conference rooms and discussions. Decisions velocity in the digital age is at an all-time high. We don't have time to connect with that. How many cameras did I see across the room today taking pictures of PowerPoint slides, obviously to send out and to capture? But CURT has institutional knowledge of owners and contractors that's needed, and the CURT Solutions Portal, or CSP as it's called, makes everything we've ever done accessible 24/7 at the office, in the job site, and for everyone on your team. How did we do this? First of all, months ago, we engaged with the University of Cincinnati Lindner College of Business. We indexed more than 20,000 digital records from the previous years of CURT's knowledge, including every PowerPoint, every research report, every survey, every white paper, every safety and management blueprint, every voice article, every blog, even transcripts of speakers who have been on panel discussions from past CURT events such as this. And how did we do it? It took an enterprise-grade tech platform in the form of Commodore, which is a first-of-its-kind association knowledge platform, and we coupled it with the mission of CURT to be more than just another association, but to become truly a mission-critical business resource for our industries and for the project team. So everything we've ever said, everything we've ever captured, everything that's ever been presented, written, researched, etc., is now in one place.
Now let's dive into the CURT Solutions portal, powered by Commodore. First step, we either need to log in or we're going to need to sign up and create a new account. For this example, we're going to sign up an account. We'll input all of our information here, and then we're going to click Create Account. Once I've clicked Create Account, I will now see a new modal pop up to go over the legal terms and conditions for using our system. We'll click here to check, and then we'll confirm and join. Once joined, we are now into our CURT Solutions portal. You'll notice here we have a great UI where we have the ability to have a couple conversation starters. We can add in any type of message that we want here. We can also add a new chat, or if we need help, we can click a form here where we'll be able to submit a help request. We'll also be able to provide feedback about what we like or any improvements that you suggest that we should make for the CURT Solutions portal. First, let's go ahead and give it a taste of using one of our input prompts. So one of the common questions that we have is what owner-led planning gaps most often surface only after construction mobilization, and how high have high-performing owners closed those gaps without resetting the entire execution plan? So I'm going to quickly copy and paste my question in here, and I'm going to send it to our agent. So now you'll notice that CURT is going through and searching its entire knowledge base to find the right answer for us. Once the answer is displayed, you can see in great detail, there's a lot of great information here that's going to be listed. You'll see there's different citations explaining where exactly it's pulling the information for. So this gives you an excellent start for answering your questions going forward. Let's try another question. With this question, we're going to be asking, how have owners successfully integrated risk registers, scheduled risk analysis, and cost forecasting into a single decision support framework that actually drives action in the field? We'll submit this question, and again, it'll start searching its knowledge base. Once the knowledge base has returned an answer, you can see again another very detailed explanation and answer for our question that really provides a lot of research in terms of where are we getting this industry expert-led information to provide a very high quality answer for us as we go through the process. So this is just a couple of examples of how you can use the CURT Solutions portal to really ask some of those deep questions, to really have the industry's knowledge in your back pocket for when you're working on your different projects. If you have questions or feedback, again, please use our feedback option up here or our help request. We look forward to hearing what you think about this project.
This is just an example. The model that got us here, conferences, committee reports, white paper, document archives, CURT Maga owner, all that jazz will not get us where we need to be. So what have we done? On-demand knowledge and insights. 2, easily searchable interfaces. 3, available to all your people. 4, 24/7. Conversational, answer focused, increased value, listen, increased value over time as we add new content. New content can be uploaded over the year, all of which will be seamlessly synergized and integrated with the existing material. Here's another good feature of this piece. It's modularized. In other words, we're looking for very exclusive and select industry partners whose knowledge base can also be added on in a module and synthesized with our knowledge base, making it even more robust. I will tell you that the Assistant Professor of Academic Affairs and Information Technologies at the University of Cincinnati said this just a couple of weeks ago. The CURT Solutions Portal, powered by Commodore, represents a paradigm shift in how we access construction knowledge, moving beyond simple search to intelligent retrieval. We've indexed the sheer breadth of CURT's years and decades of documents, research, safety and management blueprints, modularization, whatever, user practices and presentations, panel transcripts into a single cohesive brain that understands the nuance of the owner's voice. We've been working on this for months. Why is this better, different than what you're using now? Well, generic AI is trained on everything, even unverified sources. The CURT Solutions Portal is trained only on CURT's knowledge, owner-driven, CURT-approved content. And as I said, we can screw on and unscrew at the right time additional knowledge bases, and that's why we're going to be looking for exclusive partners as we grow this tool. Generic AI is risky in unregulated environments. There's little context unless it's specifically prompted. Responses in the CSP are generated by reviewing and synergizing CURT content related to your question with citations when appropriate. Huge difference. Here's the most important one. Generic AI and all the different AI models can hallucinate. That means that they can create their own conclusions that are incorrect, just what it thinks you ought to hear. Ours, the CURT Solutions Portal, is designed to be traceable, have traceable insights constrained to CURT-approved sources. Generic AI, too many generic AI options that deliver varying results, and ours will improve over time as new content is added with industry partners and collaborators. We tested it extensively with a whole team of folks from the IT department at the University of Cincinnati. To give you an example, we took questions from an owner safety executive, a director of capital projects, a senior project manager, an industrial owner, with a program control director in the utility business. These are just examples of some of the questions that were tested using our CURT Solutions Portal. In addition, we have technology and data leads, project engineers. Here's one. Why do so many projects still struggle with incomplete RFIs at the start of construction, even when design schedules appear fully met? That gave us some good answers from our CURT knowledge base. Estimators' questions were tested, and safety managers' questions were tested. What are we doing? We are wading into the digital waters. Emphasis. This is an accelerator in its first iteration. This is the first baby step. This isn't the grand fromage. This isn't the big cheese. This isn't the final episode. And nor is CSP a silver bullet or a replacement for human judgment or team member input. Again, it's an accelerator in its first iteration, designed to provide you with quality input on the issues that CURT members face every day. It will be available with governed expansion. In other words, additional high-value knowledge bases can be plugged into this. Some of the targeted collaboration partners are under the sound of my voice, representatives of your organization. Already underway is relevant OSHA regulations, leadership and emotional intelligence content from Brent Darnell, longtime supporter of CURT, and select industry partners. So the formation of the CURT Digital Solutions Advisory Board is also underway. This group will consult with our CURT leadership, the board, and staff to identify digital tools and solutions that can help optimize the CURT Tech Toolbox. We want to give special recognition to the University of Cincinnati Carl Linder College of Business and their IT people. This was the development team on the left. Holland Ad House has also helped us with the look and the feel of the thing. It's underway. Again, this is a first iteration. And so one of the things we want to invite you to do is give us our feedback. These are going to be provided to you in order to access this thing. There are going to be platform sponsorships available, and UC students who are around here, you saw them with the questions, with the microphones during Q&A, they're going to be in the CURT booth to demo the CSB to the conference attendees. So we want your feedback. It is a first iteration. It is an accelerator. But we are not going in reverse on the high lane of the expressway. We can't. We won't. And this is something whose time we believe has come. We want you to access it, give it feedback, throw rocks and throw roses. But we are not backing up on the technology highway. We can't, and neither can you. So again, it's a first iteration. We're excited about it. The presentation before Sasha, just everything she said seemed to set it up, but we did not collaborate with that. Sasha's content was entirely independent. Didn't meet her till today, and I know our event team, conference event team has talked to her, but I have not. So this goes hand in glove with what Sasha was saying that the industry needed. So we're excited about it. We're going to be debuting it. More to come as you listen to your CURT Weekly, the special announcement, and then also to be pursued during this conference. We're excited about it, and we're thrilled to debut it right here as we begin the next 25 years of CURT.